spine-tingling stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In today's episode, we bring you a tale that will send shivers down your spine. It all started when Mark arrived at his friend's apartment at midnight to celebrate his birthday. However, something was not right with Mark, and the events that follow will leave you questioning reality. So, get ready for a roller coaster of emotions as we unravel the mystery in this bone-chilling story. At 12 midnight, the doorbell rang and it was Mark, but he was silent, not talking and just smiling. I was thrilled to see him and hugged him tightly. However, his cold and motionless body startled me, and I backed away, wondering what was going on. I tried to make small talk, but he didn't respond. Instead, he just continued to smile at me with his eyes glowing. I couldn't understand what was happening, so I decided to continue with the birthday celebration. I prepared the cake, lit the candle, and started singing, but I was singing alone, and Mark was completely silent, looking at me and not moving. I tried to joke with him and push him, but there was no response. I noticed that his hands and body were very cold, and his eyes were still glowing, and he didn't have any reaction, not even an eyelash. I tried to ignore my surprise and fear and went into the kitchen to get the dishes, but I got a message on my phone from Mark. I was surprised. I opened the message and it says, "Sorry, my friend, I wish I was there with you, but circumstances happened that I couldn't come. Happy New Year." I came out of the kitchen with my body shaking with fear, but I didn't find anyone in the apartment. But a sentence caught my attention written on the wall in a script that was not clear, but I was able to understand it. It reads, "I am always with you, you don't have to see me." I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized that I was not alone. I looked around the room, but there was no one there. I tried to shake off the feeling of unease and went back to the message from Mark on my phone. I tried to call him, but he didn't answer. I sent him messages asking if he was okay, but I didn't receive any response. I was getting more and more worried by the minute. Then, I noticed something strange happening in the room. The objects around me started to move and shift, and the air grew colder. Suddenly, I heard a voice whispering in my ear, "I am here with you." I turned around, but there was no one there. I realized that I was in the presence of a ghost. But who could it be? And what did they want? I knew I had to find out the truth, no matter what it took. So, I started to investigate, and that's where my story continues. As our story comes to an end, we hope it left you with a sense of mystery and intrigue. Did our protagonist ever find out the truth about the ghostly presence in his apartment? We can only speculate. However, the events that occurred that night will stay with him forever. We hope you enjoyed this episode of our podcast, and be sure to tune in next time for more thrilling tales that will leave you spellbound.